What's up, everybody? It's Reese checking in, and you are now tuned in to Two Brown Girls TV. Alright, today we have a Reese Reviews, and we'll be looking at two lovely eyeshadow palettes by an indie makeup company called Juvia's Place. These are two palettes that I use quite a lot, actually. I use one of them for my everyday type of look, like when I'm going to work, and then the other one I used a lot for, I want to say maybe going out when I do go out, or when I just want to have a beat face, I guess. We will look at the colors. I'll talk about the packaging and if it's fly or not, and then the quality, if it's buttery or if it's like kind of like chalky, you know, that chalky mess sometimes that we get, or if I had to pack it on a lot as far as when I apply the shades. And then what we're going to do is get to the swatches and then get the ratings, alright? So if you are interested in this video, please keep watching. And if you are all satisfied after our rendezvous, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's get it poppin'. And FYI, I do apologize for the squeaking you guys may hear throughout my video. Something goes on with our house every summer when it gets hot. It just, like, the house just squeaks, like every 5 seconds it squeaks, and I don't know why, but just know I'm moving soon, so this problem will be abolished fairly soon. Let's get down to the palettes. Yes. So I found Juvia's Place a few months ago, I want to say. I think I found them on Twitter or Instagram when I seen like very beautiful eyeshadow swatches, and I went to the site and I saw the Nubian. I was like, the Nubian. So I just had to get it, but unfortunately it was sold out. So I signed up for the email subscription. You know how that goes. And about 2 weeks later, I was notified that the palette was back in stock, and I got it for a lovely price of $23.50. Yes. So since using it, I just honestly really love this palette. It's one of my favorites out of all my palettes, and I've been getting my palette collection up, so that's saying a lot. This is the Nubian 1 by Juvia's Place, and you see it's a little compact with a flip top. The design is so gorgeous to me. I honestly really love the packaging because you can tell this is somebody's original artwork that the owner most likely had them do for the palettes, and it's just a Nubian queen. Maybe it's Nefertiti. Yeah, it's most likely probably Nefertiti because that's the most famous Egyptian queen. And like I said, it does have a flip top. I'm sorry if it's dirty as hell, but I did use it this morning and I didn't get a chance to clean it. And these are very warm colors. As you can tell, we have a lot of browns and golds, very earthy tones. We have a mix of some shimmery shades and some matte shades as well. I usually use a lot of the matte shades for my crease, my transitioning, and then I use, of course, my shimmery ones for my lids and also to highlight under my brow bones as well. This palette is very similar to the Morphe 350 palette. If you're familiar with Morphe's palettes, they're huge. So if you are going more for a smaller palette that has the same colors as a Morphe palette and you don't really want to spend as much, then I would say go for the Nubian 1 by Juvia's Place. I don't like how these shades don't have names on them, but I mean, you gotta give them a pass because it's an indie makeup company, so maybe, I don't know how it goes with packaging, how much it costs, but maybe at that time they just didn't have it for the names, but we really don't need names all the time. Very pleased that I found this company because they are doing it for me. Yes, they're doing it for me. Let's talk about the quality, alright? The quality is very nice. The swatches were very buttery, and I really did appreciate just how they glided on. I didn't have to like a lot of chalky eyeshadows that I do come across. These shades are very smooth and buttery, and they just feel great on the skin, and you don't have to reapply often. We have great packaging, we have good quality, And this is the Nubian 1 by Juvia's Place. I highly recommend this one. And moving on, we are getting right down to the Nubian 2 palette by Juvia's Place. Now this one, I want to say it came out maybe about a month. I don't even know. It came out fairly fast after I just got the Nubian 1. I don't know how long the Nubian 1 has been around since I just discovered it, the company this year. But after maybe a month of me purchasing the Nubian 1, the Nubian 2 was making its way into my house. As you can see, this palette is much bigger than the Nubian 2. See the size difference we got going on? Much bigger. So what does a bigger palette mean? It means bigger pan size. And don't we love bigger pan sizes, girls? Yes, we do. Anyways, so, and the artwork is the same. It's just we have 3 versions of the Egyptian queens on the front, and it says the Nubian 2 by Juvia's. And we have a yellow packaging. So yes, the packaging is top notch, girl. I love it. I just love the old school look of this palette. It's just very elegant. It doesn't try too hard to appeal to people. It's just like, here's our beautiful palette with more beautiful colors inside. And you know, when you come back with the sequel, you gotta come back big and bold, and that's exactly what these colors are. Kind of dust it off a little bit. Only thing I will say about the packaging is that it's easy to get these dirty if you're like a messy person when you use your eyeshadows. It is like a bit easier to get your palette dirty over time versus like something like rock hard like the Sweet Peach palette we got going on. But it is what it is. So these are the colors of the Nubian 2. As you can see, we got the artwork in the inside as well. But these are the colors in the Nubian 2. And these are a little bit more bold, bigger pan sizes. And guess what? We got some names going on here. Yeah! So I'll talk about the names a little bit later in the video, along with the swatches as well that we'll get into. So the quality of this is the same as the Nubian 1. Very buttery. Look how pigmented. Sorry if I'm flicking you off. Look how pigmented these colors are. Like, damn. And that's Morocco. I was a bit afraid of this color because I'm not usually into like a burnt orange, but I did try it for my transition color ones, and it goes really well with our skin tone, like our skin tone. And we have some, you see we have some shimmery ones here. Ooh, pretty. So these are very strong. That's the thing I love about Juvia's Place eyeshadows. They're the strongest, maybe not the strongest, but they're up there with the strongest eyeshadows that I have, because I don't like a very chalky, unpigmented shadow where it takes forever for me to get the look that I want, and these just do it for me. They honestly are very well put together, very finely made. So the names on the Nubian 2 are named after a few countries in Africa. We got one named as an Egyptian queen. So we got, like, for instance, we got Morocco, like I said, Nairobi, Kenya, Egypt. Then we got Cleopatra, who's an Egyptian queen, of course. We all know who Cleopatra is. Now, Cleopatra, when I first saw this palette, I was like, girl, why did she put this blue in here? I don't do blue. And yeah, I just gotta, it's untouched. It's still untouched, and I've had this for a few months, so it's still untouched. So shimmery, so pigmented, and that's what we like to have our money go to. We like to pay for quality things. And just because it's an indie makeup company and because it's cheap doesn't mean that you will always get cheaply made things, okay? And we will get right into our swatches and then onto our ratings, and we will wrap it up, all right? Let's get to them. So these are the swatches on the first row of the Nubian 1 palette. As you can see on the outside, the 2 colors are a iridescent glittery type color And then in the middle, we have some tan, beigey type mattes. Very nice. These are the lightest shades in the Nubian 1 palette. And then this is the second row on the Nubian 1 palette. These are all the shimmery and glittery shades. Very, very pigmented. I love that end copper one. It's amazing. And last but not least, this is our third row on the Nubian 1. And as you can see, that first color looks like the last color on the second row, but that other color was a bit more shimmery than this one. But yes, these are very nice, and I love that third from the left color as well. Awesome! Moving on to the first row in the Nubian 2 palette. Going from left to right, we have Morocco, Madagascar, Sheba, and Ya. Those N2 glittery colors are fabulous. Now we have the second row in the Nubian 2 palette. Going from left to right, we have Jezebel, Majam, Zuri, Cleopatra, and Nefertiti. These are the most eye-popping colors of the palette. You see how out here Zuri is? It's bold. Oof, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, girl. And last but not least, we have the third row in the Nubian 2 palette. Going from left to right, we have Nairobi, Layla, Kenya, and Egypt. Egypt is such a gorgeous glittery jade color. As you can see, I love it. I highly recommend that you try applying it to the inner corners of your eyes to really make them pop. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will put links to Juvia's place and also their social media in the description box. And if you want to also see T do a tutorial for any of these palettes, please comment below and we will try to get something together. Both these palettes are a 5-star chick for me, so please go grab these. I highly recommend them. And if you also like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel as well for future videos. Alright, thank you for watching, y'all. Reese checking out.